Today we're going to make some fresh pasta for you, and then we're going to make a witch's carbonara because it's not going to use any heavy cream. And we've grown up here in the States knowing that a carbonara is made with, milk or heavy cream, but this one contains none. It contains the inexpensive and lovely pasta water that we're gonna use to cook the pasta. So when you look inside of Italian cuisine, there's a lot of it came from Cucina Povera. And Cucina Povera was just about getting food on the table, getting it on quick, getting it inexpensive. So really, pasta isn't about, all of those super hot takes about all these like yellow eggs, although we will talk about yellow and orange eggs. But it was really about the nonas, just in the kitchen, banging out some pasta, feeding the family. The idea of hydration, you'll hear a lot of talk, like people talk about bread with hydration. And hydration is just basically water. In this case, we're going to use eggs. And it's really not complicated. You just got to make the pasta with care. So this is what we call the enforcer. This is a mattarello. It's a long rolling pin. This one is made from cherry, and it is absolutely fabulous. I was rolling out some pasta here earlier. But if you don't have one of these things, you can use one of these things. And this one, I prefer empty, but if you make it empty, that's also good. So the instruments that you're going to use is just a big board. You can use stainless steel. I use wood because it absorbs moisture. If you use like a stainless steel or a plastic cutting board, it'll absolutely kind of stick to it because it won't absorb the moisture and break the pasta from sitting on it. And then the other thing is I use a very specific board for pasta. Has anyone ever chopped garlic or onions on a cutting board and the next day like they walk by it and they could smell it? Well, why would you do that to pasta? So obviously this is kind of a sacred board. It gets wiped down and then kind of put in a corner of my kitchen after I'm done. And this is really where all the memories happen. I'm using a 00 flour, and I said pasta's not this big sacred kind of bougie thing, but we're using a 00 pasta, and what 00 just means is it's super, super finely milled. It's like a powder, right? It's soft like a talcum. It's great for making flat shapes in ravioli. Semola or ramacinata, ramacinata is just what you'll see like the pasta shapes of like cavatelli and the more hearty southern shapes, and that's just semolina flour that's been finely ground and water added to it, right? So for egg pasta, we use about 1 egg per 90 grams of flour, and for semola pasta, we use about 1.5 ounces of water per 100 or 90 grams of flour. So it's kind of like a pretty similar recipe. This will have a little bit less gluten in it, won't be as stretchy, and that's why we use the fine flour for making like a filled ravioli and things like that.